Money Bags, a channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure the bell notification is lit like that. You guys will not miss out for any future updates. Let's play the Rocky theme song as Bitcoin makes a rally right back. And we'll get the stream started like this. Welcome in, everybody. Let's get the numbers up. Then we'll get the party started. Let's start with this, though. Bitcoin's making a rally, everybody. Let's go. We're live, everybody. We're live. Bitcoin's pumping. Bitcoin's pumping. Let's get the numbers up in this place, everybody. We gotta close some tabs as well. Let's refresh the screen now that we're live. 2.73 trillion. Let's go. Bitcoin pump. What's next? Is Bitcoin back, everybody? Is Bitcoin pump back? Is it coming back like Rocky, everybody? We got to get some more numbers in here, so let's share this a little bit more. Let's make sure we're live over here as well. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're having some fun. Hopefully your Monday's starting off correctly, and hopefully you had a really good, really good Easter weekend, everybody. All right, we're getting the numbers up. I see people rolling in slowly but surely. People recovering from maybe a great weekend. Let's go. Let's go into BTC right away. This is kind of what's going on, and it's very exciting. So we're going to do some Bitcoin price predictions. It's kind of what we've been talking about, just really happening right before our eyes, everybody, honestly. So I'm just trying to get everybody up in here. If you guys can share the links, share the vibe, share the live, get as many people as we can to join up, because we're going to cover some serious price action that BTC did today, BNB did today, and, got the markets feeling a little bit better. ETH is still yet to pick up. ETH is even pulling back a little bit extra, one can say, and doing that. But at the end of the day, we have, let me open up the chat as well on the docs over here. Let me refresh that. All right. But we are definitely having some price breakout. I see the numbers rolling in. Not sure why the chat's not working on OBS. I'll have to open it up on Restream. Make sure I don't miss any messages from you guys. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys feel about the market, how you guys feel about this, little pump that happened, a nice little organic retracement. We're going to talk about this as well. Let's get some more people up in here. We're watching the stream. Let me see the chat. 14 people. Okay, there we go. We're live, everybody. We got Rico Moneybags live. We got XPX live. We're live on YouTube. We're live on X. We're shaking stuff up, everybody. This is a late night stream. People are probably getting notifications like, what's going on? Why a late night stream? It's like, hey, it's only 1:30 p.m. here in Vegas, So it's a late afternoon stream for some, a late night stream for others. But we're getting some more people to tap in. With us. It's super important. So XPX obviously marks the spot. There we go. I'm seeing the numbers climb. I want to make sure we get the numbers up, and we'll get it started. $87,000, 171. $87,171, everybody. Beautiful. Bitcoin eyes breakout despite legal heat. It's going to do a lot of despite all the time. It always does that. Despite this, despite that, Bitcoin always is very, very strong, everybody. It's outperformed almost everything. So let's talk about this right now. I see the numbers climbing, and we got some indicators up. We're going to cover some stuff that we've been talking about. Ooh, it's nice how it's playing out for us, everybody. Isn't this beautiful? Shout out to everybody who's pulling up, showing support to the channel. All the projects that pull up. Here we go, live. Exactly what we have been talking about. Is this not pretty cool? At the end of the day, we want the markets to rally a little bit more. I want our XPX to rally even higher. I want FEG token to go even higher than it is right now. But this kind of takes a little bit of time because all this little downtrend took a lot of steam out of the market. We need to build that steam again. And we actually have the 50 moving average building up some really good steam for us as far as what we got going on with, BTC breaking the 50 moving average. So here we go. Let's cover this really quick. This is exactly what we've been talking about. And you know what? We're going to cover it again, especially because it's actually just showing itself, right? This is the 50 moving average. Look at this, right? We can follow this. We understand this. Curving like this, coming back down. We said this could happen, right? And we're actually having that happen. We have not been in any bullish trend whatsoever for quite a bit, everybody. Like we've been in a downtrend since February underneath this 50 moving average. And just recently, for the first time in a long time, we have broken above the 50 moving average. And we even talked about filling this gap all the way up to this point of control, which is this 95,000 and a half. So longs are looking pretty good. There's still shorts in the short term. We took actually a nice little short. We're actually in another one, but those are very like short term trades. It's like a trade that's going to be closed out today. Nothing too magical, nothing like long term. Long term, the market's looking really good. Some people might say it's bearish, and I understand that. But right now, Bitcoin can ignite some serious, serious potential if it can continue to ride above this 50 moving average. Like we can see that when it breaks above the 50 moving average and holds above it, it stays very bullish. When we break underneath it, it starts to get choppy, consolidation, solid break underneath the 50 moving average, and then we start trading underneath it. And this is the first time that we're starting to trade above it again. And we'll see if we'll close this gap right here. We'll fill the gap. That's what we're talking about this bull run, is filling the gaps, everybody. And we're going to fill the gaps nonstop. So BTC looking really, really good. If you guys ask me, a lot of people should be feeling really good in the market. I know that this downtrend has taken a lot of steam out the market and make people feel a little bit depleted. But get ready for the rally. You know, it's going to sneak up on people. And the rally could very easily fill this gap. And who knows? We go to the point of control, 96,000 and a half. Maybe we come up to this prior, prices up here at over a little over 100K, and maybe we have some kind of bullish breakout because it's FOMO kicks in and something like this happens and we have a continuation. We're gonna judge that when that shows up, right? That's when we're gonna address that situation. Right now, we're right here. We're right here, this 50 moving average, and for the first time in a long time trading underneath it, we're finally breaking above it. And this is a lot of things lining up. We got, rate cuts. We got, this gap right here that we can fill. We got the point of control that's also, bringing the price up to this area like a magnet, right? It's going to drag the price up here. Does the price have to stay up here? No, it can reject and come all the way back down to this lower down here. It could actually do that. But we're going to play it by ear, right? I don't know where that came from, playing it by ear. We're definitely probably going to look that up later on, where that playing it by ear came from. But we're going to play it by ear, everybody, and day by day on what's going on with BTC. Now, if you guys want to look at Solana, we can check this out as well. I know somebody came in yesterday asking, hey, Rico, what do you think about Solana and what's going on with Sol? And we'll go to that right now. We'll go to this right now. I think it's pretty cool to be able to see, like, hey, we made it through this downtrend, and this 50 moving average that we talked about, I mean, for days and days. And I mean, I'm sure people are like, okay, Rico, we get it. We're going to fill this gap. But we're finally doing that. We're having that positive price action in the right direction. And you go to the lower time frames, you see that, above the 50, we're riding that wave. You keep working your way down above the 50 since over here. It's been riding that wave. Basically, it got a little choppy right here. Bitcoin decided to pump a little bit higher. Now, in this little short term, this is this upper time frame where I'm looking, hey, maybe we can come a little bit lower here. Hey, Psychedelic Angel. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. I'm excited for everybody today. Your diamond hands are going to pay off, everybody. When you're putting all the right ingredients, it's just a matter of time. Like you're going to be tested. Obviously this is something that we're doing and we get tested in this space quite often. But I would take credit to say that you've been getting tested since February and you basically passed the test, because to see BTC finally breaking, like, let me zoom all the way in. To see BTC finally breaking this on the daily chart is extremely, exciting for somebody like me, because obviously I want the markets to go up. I'm being a bias. I want the markets to go up, everybody. I want the markets to be bullish and get more people, more retail to come over to cryptocurrency. So, considering we're at exactly this lower value range, and we broke right above the 50 moving average, this gap is right here, point of control right here. It's like, oh yeah, I think 96,000 is on the table, and that could really ignite the crypto market, because when BTC goes up, everything else goes up. How do we know that? Well, let's check it out on the chart. We go to the daily chart on Solana. We know that Solana's been having some issues lately, and BTC went down to 70 something thousand, 76,000, 78,000, depending where you're looking at. And Solana came all the way down to a discount price. Let's move this up so we can get some space. came all the way down to $94 discount price, and really low underneath that value range right here. But what do we have Solana doing? Just like BTC, that it has not done in really a long time, since exactly the same time as BTC, February 3rd, 2025. It has broken underneath the 50 moving average, and now it's been trading underneath this, just like BTC. Now, it's not going to be picture perfect. It's always not, but you have an idea that BTC is the rising tide. The fact that BTC broke the 50 moving average on the daily and is rising up again, you have Solana doing the exact same thing. The only difference is that Solana has the point of control down here, where BTC has it a little bit higher. And this is where trading Solana and trying off that comparison can get tricky, because Solana can take its time down here and trade sideways a lot longer, and BTC can kind of pump up, and then possibly we'll have Solana, try to fill this gap right here, play around here, and possibly try to come up to that upper value range. But at the end of the day, we can see that the markets across the board, let's go to Ethereum, where this one's kind of outlier right now. ETH is definitely being tested 100%, everybody. And this is why we're waiting on ETH. You're asking yourself, when should I go long on ETH? When is ETH gonna pump? Right? When is Ethereum gonna go back up? Is it this? Yeah, look, this is what we got to talk about. When did Ethereum stop going up? That's a great question. Well, since we broke the 50 moving average. This one started before BTC. This one started January 8th of 2025, when it broke the 50 moving average and started to ride underneath the 50 moving average. So people might be asking, like, is Ethereum going to make a comeback? Can Ethereum come back? Well, I mean, 100% it can come back. I actually think that right around this range right here is really, if you're looking at ETH being really oversold, I mean, it came exactly all the way down to the lower value range, all this gray area. We see it all the way down here exactly to the T on the daily chart, and it's turning around. But if you want complete confirmation and you don't want to, where it's going to go up just to test the 50, just like this, it wicked down, it went up to test the 50 and said, nope, right back down. What you want to wait for is clear confirmation of it starting to break above the 50. And ETH is right now proving that it's got its little mind of its own, but it's going to get there. It moves a little bit slower. We'll see BTC clearly above the 50 moving average, doing some really nice, price action. This is the 50, right? It's curling up like this. We'll see BTC doing some really nice price action, and then ETH, will have the same confirmation eventually if everything stays on schedule, right? We can have ETH 50 moving average do something like this, come up like this, and if this ETH can come up here and trade against it, and BTC starting to rally, we'll see the price of ETH also start coming back up, and possibly come over here, right? That's on the table. But ETH right now, although BTC is pumping, on this 50 moving average, I would probably wait on it, right? I would wait for the nice little setup to happen, which it's going to happen. These are discount prices on ETH, right? And obviously you don't want to catch the falling knife. We talked about that today. I mean, amazing space with the gorillas on X and stuff. Don't miss out on those. But you don't want to catch that falling knife. But right here, this thing's ready to start to turn around once this 50 moving average curls, and it can break against it, and we can see when it gets above the 50 moving average, it gets a lot more bullish, right? And that's what we're just looking at, right? So that's what we're looking at. We're checking the temperature day by day, making sure we're keeping our fingers on the pulse of crypto. But that's what we have going on. I mean, we have some things to be really excited about. Now, I do suspect, and this is why we were talking about some shorts, with the 50 going like this. A lot of times what happened is that first initial breakout and that retest, right? And this is where people get shooken out on the retest. Sometimes it can even peak right underneath, where most people would say, hey, that's where my stop loss is going to be. I don't want nothing to do with it. And then it'll start to go, that was kind of a little bit too much, but it'll start to go right back up, because its point of control is like a magnet, bringing the price up, dragging the price to that point of control and stuff. It does take some time, does take some patience. Sometimes, these good trades, the best trades, I've noticed, at least for me, it takes a second to wait for the setup to come to me. And it's not something that I'm just like, I'm thrilled about it after I know it's a great trade. After I know the trade went good and it's doing really great, perfect. But I noticed that while I'm setting up the trade, it takes a little bit of finessing. You got to be a little bit, waiting, and it's a little bit boring to wait for that setup if you're waiting for your complete confirmation and the setup that works for you, right? That's important. The setup that's working for you. And I think that anybody, that's interested in doing some of that, go to Blowfin and definitely check out Blowfin and check out the paper trading first. If you're gonna do anything on this thing, do the paper trading first. Come here, copy trading or futures. Go to demo trading and start off right there. And you can start a demo account, and you will actually like what you got going on. Looks very clean. Start you off with a decent little chunk, and you can try that strategy nonstop. What strategy do I have over here on Blowfin? It actually comes with it. It's right here. It's actually the 60 on this one, but you can set it to the 50. It works just as good. Or the 60 is right there, and you can see when it breaks above it, it's pretty visible that the trend has changed. Look at this. Is this not? I mean, that's pretty. I mean, anybody can almost see that, right? That looks really good. Look at how nice that looks. Above the 50, break underneath the 50, and we've been in this downtrend for quite a bit, and now we're finally breaking over the 50. So this Blowfin account, if you were saying, hey, this is a trade that I like, we would wait for this to close right here and be like, okay, we're looking really good. We broke above the 50 for the first time in a long time. I can open a long trade right here, right on the daily, and take a long, long trade to all the way to the point of control that we're talking about up here at like 96,000 and a half from where we're at right now. There's going to be some retesting and some, what's up, Safir? Some trading to the side and everything like that. But at the end of the day, this is looking really good. This is what we've been talking about. It's crazy how many times there has been moments on these streams where I know it gets redundant, everybody, but it's to keep me sharp as well, right? But it's crazy how yeah, it's being redundant, and yeah, we're covering this stuff, but it is rewarding when it finally does play out. I'm not in control of when these things play out. I'm not in control of when people decide to buy, when people decide to sell. I'm in control of what I can observe with my own eyes and how I react to what I've observed and how, it reflects on what I'm doing in my life, right? And what's awesome is that, yeah, although we've been covering this for a while, this 50 moving average, 50 moving average, this is the first time in a long time, everybody. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, what's up, Feg for Life, XPX2? What's up, Mikey? What's up, bro? Feg the world, Feg the system, Feg to retire, been having me amped up, man. Y'all, I'm so glad you guys came into the jungle and that all started because it allows us just to have just a normal talk sometimes. It's not always about shilling, right? It's not shill me this, shill me that. It's not always about that, right? But check this out. We've been talking about this for a while, and I know, like I said, it gets redundant. People are like, okay, the 50, when is it going to happen, Rico? When we're waiting for the momentum to come back. It's like, I can't control that. What I can control is what I'm observing and how I react to what I'm observing. Now, if you've made it this long through crypto, if you've been diamond handing your favorite project, whatever it might be, it could be your Gorillas, it could be your FEG token, your XPX, your XRP, your Cardano, whatever it might be that you're holding in the space, even Solana plays that have communities that want to take it all the way. This is what we've been waiting for. How long is it going to last? Most likely to this 96K, but man, I'll take that. Bitcoin back in 96,000? Of course I take that. And honestly, when you zoom out on the weekly chart, it's like the first time there's a correction. It's like you have to be able to weather that. This shows you how the way we perceive time and the way that we perceive things is like we want things a little bit too fast. Because when you go to the weekly chart, this is the first correction after the pump. On the weekly chart, it's like, is it not allowed to correct one time? Is it just supposed to just pump all the way? So this is when you go to the weekly chart, it's like, man, this was the first correction. We've been overreacting, losing our minds. Yeah, it seems like forever because each of these candles is a weekly candle. So 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. You're like, oh my God, 9 weeks, 10 weeks. And you're like, okay, almost 11 weeks with a nice little super wick to the bottom. But 12 weeks, 13 weeks, this thing is starting to turn around. Now, do we break 100K and stay above it? We're going to see. We're going to see. Do we have a lot of things that look like it's in our favor for that thing to happen? Yeah, it does. With rate cuts, think that there's a switch happening in the world, and most of it's going to be pouring into cryptocurrency nonstop. As you can see the stock market opened up red today, right? This was red. This was red. Everything was. This came out. 1 second. This came out red today, right? And Bitcoin did what? Green. So that's going to keep happening. Over time, that's going to keep happening, and people are going to want to have a piece of that thing that keeps kind of going up no matter what. And that is BTC, right? That is BTC. Are there corrections in the short term? Absolutely. Are there shakeouts? Absolutely. Is this bull run over? No. Zoom out. Look at this weekly candle. It's not over. It's not over till, can we say the fat lady sings? Can we even say that anymore? I think that's early 2090s terminology. People might get mad, but it's over when it's over. How about that? Or something about it, the last cigar or something like that. We got to get our old school terminology down pat. But look at this. Can we be excited about this? We got Pixie pulling up. Hello, everyone. Welcome in, everybody. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, wishing you guys had a fantastic weekend and enjoyed it. But look at this. All this time since February over here, it's just been red. We've been trading underneath the 50, and now it's green because we're trading above it. So I want to take that, cash that in, and ride this wave like we've been talking about. And yeah, I know, like I was saying, is redundant, but check this out. It's not over until I say it's over. Thank you, Saphir. Thank you, broski. Look at this. We've been talking about this gap right here and this point of control on the channel. It's like, hey, I'm not the gurus of the gurus, but there's something here, and what it does after that, we'll address it. Like we're investors, we're developers, but we're also like friends to a certain extent. Like I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like if this comes up here and we hit this again, and maybe we start going down and down, but as long as we stay above this area, this previous price from before, this old all-time high, that's pretty good. Wrong one. That is honestly still bullish, even if we stood above that. I know people don't want to see that, and I think the market would suffer a lot more if people felt all of this and then it went back up, right? Most people they would not like that. That would be a little bit stressful. But the fact that we're right here doing our thing is really nice. When we get back up here, we'll address it. We'll see what's going on. We'll see what's going on. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Appreciate you guys all pulling up. Really, really do. You guys should be pretty excited about this breakout. You've been holding nonstop, and the market's been just being extremely rude. And I mean, people have actually been being rude because of the market. You can see how, because of the market, how people want to like use you as a punching bag almost. It's like that's not what this is about. And when you can understand these charts, you'll stop doing that, right? You'll stop taking out your aggression on, people in the market, whatever it might be. It's like, hey, we were in a downtrend. Now we're in an uptrend. Let's capitalize on that. Let's make some stuff happen, right? This is clearly an uptrend. This is clearly a break of character. This trend line, we grab this like this. And this is what we've been talking about. I'm being redundant because I'm seeing the numbers go up. But we hit here, here, here. We try here, here. And this is the first time that when we hit right here one time, we traded sideways and we're breaking above this. We're out of this trend that we've been in. So yeah, I'm happy for everybody. I knew that this moment was going to come. What sucks is like I can't make it happen for everybody overnight. People start to lose, conviction in the market. They start to lose conviction in their favorite places. Like you have to be able to weather this stuff, because when you look at the weekly chart, we have been overreacting. We have a lot of we're paper handing the market, and we're overreacting on the weekly chart. This thing is the first time it dipped. This is the first time this thing has actually, this is the first correction. Can it not do that? We have other ones right here, when it first broke above the 50 here, this little correction. But after this immense rally over 107, this is the first actual dip that we have to have some kind of retest and go right back up. And then when we go back up here, watch how like all that paper handing, all that, like putting sell pressure on great projects were for nothing, because the market is turning around. The market's not over. So push your favorite projects to the top. We got distribute in the house, man. I'm waiting for the DM, man, so we can connect. I really want to do something. I think we can possibly create some kind of bridge, and not like an actual bridge like the ones that have been, we already know how bridges work, right? A lot of bridges have a bad reputation in the space, but like I'm saying, like a hybrid thing where, because of what you guys got going on over there, I'm very interested. I really like this. I kept it open, man. I got you guys right here. It's right here. So like I told you guys, call your community up. It's one thing to talk about the war on rugs and have fun with some of the meme coins that I'm talking stuff about, but I think it's also part of my duty to, highlight what you guys are doing, and this is something great. That's cool. People are launching on, on Solana, and you guys have created a platform. Just like I would want people to see what we're doing over here on the BSC chain and what Effect Token has done, and acknowledge our, efforts. I would want. I'm sure you guys would want the same, right? And that's what we're doing. And I think you guys got something great. And I want to give you guys the exposure. I want to give those projects that are launching on Distribute that exposure. But those communities got to pull up because, obviously that would be cool for people to acknowledge what Effect Token has done, what XPX has done being launched on Smart DeFi, and us holding it down on the BSC chain. And talk is cheap, so I'm here doing it, right? I'm here, showing those great projects the exposure that they deserve, and the communities that believe in this. So definitely bring them up. We're just finishing up BTC as the numbers have climbed up, and obviously in this little short term we'll have it dip a little bit more, but we're looking good. We're looking really good, and I think everybody should be like, hey, it's been months since this has happened. Let's ride this wave together. Let's get a rally going. Let's get a buy wall going, and let's get excited for the market and make this opportunity for what it's worth. Like, we've been getting smacked around. Now it's time to turn this thing around. So speaking of turning things around, let's turn things around with XPX. Let's turn things around with Effect Token. I do want to start with Effect Token. Big shout out to the gorillas. The space that was going on earlier today was absolutely amazing. Shout out to all the gorillas that do support, XPX. You guys know that we rock with you guys really, really hard. We're out here representing everything that's been going on with Effect Token, the highs, the lows, making it out the trenches together. And I think it's important that we make this effort all together because we have strength in numbers. And also want to give a big shout out to our brother Gene, one of the gorillas. Man, brother, you're absolutely amazing. We really appreciate everything that you do for us. Much love and respect, brother. Definitely tap in. But let's go ahead and start off with the gorillas, everybody. I got to start off with the gorillas. It's just, it's the jungle, everybody out here. It's the jungle, everybody. So let's start off with the gorillas. Talking about let's build a buy wall. I want to build a buy wall here. I want the gorillas to rally up and we start that little climb back over, $10 million market cap and all that good stuff, and breaking back over, $20 million market cap, getting back over 50, where I think people will start to go, uh-oh, we're back over 50? We're back over $50 million market cap. Are we going to go to 100? And that's going to take all of us effort to push on this thing together, create, some new floors and keep pushing this thing higher. And it is at a discount. And you're like, what is this? What's at a discount? What is this thing that you're talking about at a discount? What I'm talking about a token with a great team and even better community. I'm playing with you guys. I love the team. I'm messing with you guys, but this community is amazing. But a project that created a launch pad, everybody, a project that started as a meme coin and created a token launch pad that is fully operational. Fully operational. Yeah. Oh, Stefan sent you a DM. Okay, I'll check again. Make sure it's at Rico Moneybags, bro. This account right here. Right here. You guys will see me live on X. Make sure you see it live on X. The Rico Moneybags. I'm just live streaming off of both of these. But this is a project that really pulled it off, everybody. It's right here, right in front of us. And I love what we're doing. I love what we're doing. Ooh, what do we got here? What do we got here? We got Crypto Che in the place to be. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? What's up, man? Good afternoon to all of you guys. Good afternoon. Welcome in. Get comfortable, everybody. We got some work to do. We got some work to do. All right, let's cover some of this stuff. Let's have some fun, right? We got this. We will continue to serve our community and do the right thing. Thank you for being with us. I'm sure you guys have seen the holder count of Effect Token going up little by little, little by little, little by little, because those airdrops are actually happening. Just make sure it's the correct one. Let's see what we're talking about right here. Let's see. Thank you, Effect Token, for being true to your word and compensating both me and the community FEG in return for the Rocks laws. You are the only team that I've ever dealt with that has done such a thing in all my years of crypto. Absolute diamond in the rough. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Rocks and RTR. These guys, sweat over laptops. They barely get any sleep, and they make these things happen. Let's go to the next one right here. We love when RWAs are tokenized. That's DeFi done smart. Okay. What do we got right here? Let's go over all of this stuff. We got, would you watch a YouTube series dedicated towards a nationwide international restaurant review geared towards onboarding tokenized menu items, showcasing how RWA tokenization works and how crypto can be used to pay day to day items. Well, it definitely can. And we can help out with that. XPX is here to help out with that. What's crazy is Feg the World, my brother Mikey, my brother from another mother, is that Smart DeFi actually has a project that will help you guys even go through this stuff. We will even help, fund some of, not all of it. We're not balling like the main gorillas, right? But we're a project that has the resources to make this happen. And that's what we want to do. We want to keep getting out there and making things happen. So the fact that this is something that's a great idea and passing this on and people are saying yes, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. RWA is the future, no matter what. Whoever starts doing it now is the winner. And I'm going to let you guys know. You're not going to be rewarded right away. You're going to be tested right away, right? Because I already know we're building nonstop. You can do stuff perfect. And if the market's not reciprocating it right away, it seems like it's not hitting. But honestly, it is. You're doing something great. What else we got right here? Fact Token said absolutely to that. So, hey, if you guys want to see that, let me know so we can make that happen. We'll send Mikey out there with an XPX card, letting them know we can get some items tokenized. We can do whatever it might be. It could be a whole restaurant. It could be whatever it wants to be. There's a lot of options out there. There's a lot of options when it comes to the RWA aspect. Don't settle for don't settle for a generic launchpad deploy on the BNB chain via Smart DeFi. Man, if you're looking to launch on the BNB chain, definitely go to Smart DeFi. And big shout out to Distribute because I'm liking what they got going on. And we can see that this is a meta that is happening right here. This is a meta that's going on as far as providing token launchpad. We see Pump Fund, we see Smart DeFi, Distribute. We got, a lot of like where this is a meta, right? So this is also going to be a meta. This is also going to be a meta. This is asset backing, everybody. Asset backing is super important. Asset backing stability in crypto. Smart DeFi asset backing minimizes volatility by creating a rising minimum base value that pushes towards the token market price. This innovative feature links your token baseline value to its market price, reducing risk from market fluctuations and ensuring greater security. With multi-asset backing options like ETH and USDC, Smart DeFi enhances diversification and builds a more stable, resilient investment. It truly does. And these things take time. We're grinding on these things. And, because of asset backing, we have lending, and that's something that's super cool. We can see that, although there's other launch pads and things like that, and that's where some are going to do something pretty cool. The other ones are going to do something that are pretty cool. That one's going to do this. That one's going to do that. But the fact that we have staking and we have lending protocols is wild, everybody. That is going to be a huge meta for sure. Loans in crypto will be a huge talk of the town. Best believe that, everybody. Best believe that. And that is all being provided right now. If you guys go to feg.io or smartdefi.com, you guys can find all that information on their website. You guys can scroll down to the bottom of their website, feg.io, go to their Gitbook, which is done pro status down here in documentations, and go through all of this amazing documentation and everything that Smart DeFi and Feg Token honestly provides. This is how you can tell that this thing is extremely undervalued, everybody. You got all the official links and all the official information right here. So shout out to Feg Token. Let's go ahead and talk about XPaysX, everybody. The project got launched on Smart DeFi with Ali, Marlon, and David. Yes, a team ready to make a difference in cryptocurrency and actually bring some utility to the market. And that's what we want to do. We want to, bring some utility to the market, but also leverage Smart DeFi technology, because the fact that we have off-ramp solutions and we have savings, the fact that we have off-ramp solutions and we got loans, that makes this thing XPaysX very unique in its nature, everybody, because it starts giving you a mini bank feeling because of Smart DeFi, right? Instead of savings, you have staking. Instead of loans, you have lending. You take out a loan, you'll use your XPX card. You want to use the passive income that you made from your staking account instead of your savings account, you off-ramp it or you pay your bills using XPaysX, right? So let's go into XPX, everybody. Let's go into the chart. Yes, it dips. Yes, it rips. We got 72.86% staked, everybody. We got a nice little floor being made right now. The market picking up. We want BNB to kind of rally back over 650, 680. BNB over 700. You're going to see the price of XPX going to go up automatically. What's wild is that on the FEG pair, we're at 800 and something K market cap, everybody, on the FEG pair of XPX. So we have two liquidity pools. We have the BNB pool and we have the FEG pool. We're at 800 and something. We need to get this one right up to that 800 and something as well. You'll see what will happen is the FEG pool will start to sell and pump this one up automatically and start to balance it out. So the minute we start climbing this side up back towards that, $1 million market cap, we're going to see that smart contract start to activate, create some more volume therefore it creates more staking rewards, therefore creates passive income, therefore creates a passive income that you can take a 30-day interest loan against later on and off-ramp that. So we're finding our floor right now, right around that 573K market cap, everybody. Very, very bullish project. Of course, you guys see the dev, the team here every single day. This is XPXPay.com, everybody. What do? We provide off-ramp solutions to anybody. Anybody in the market can come to xpxpay.com right now and you guys can order your card. You guys don't have to hop through a hoop. You guys don't have to crawl under barbed wire. You can just get the card, right? If you like it, you use it. If you don't like it, I don't know. Go stake your crow for 10,000 years and and then get your card. Or come over here to xpxpay.com, which we have a merch store coming very soon. That's going to be a very unique merch store, okay? We do everything for the whole space, everybody. That's what we do. We don't do one thing, no, we want the whole space to use it. We want the numbers to go up. And that's what we're going to do. X pays X. But right now, what we're doing, what you guys can do today, go to Crypto Bill Pay, order now, or Crypto Bill Payments. You guys can come over here. You guys can pay your bills in cryptocurrency with 70 different cryptocurrencies. Order a virtual card, order a physical card, off ramp your cryptocurrency. And if you're making money in crypto or you plan to, be financially free, you have to be free to spend your finances. And XPX allows you guys all to do that while creating passive income through our smart contracts, while providing loans that you can off-ramp onto these Visa cards and use in everyday world, which to me is obviously completely undervalued. Underneath $1 million market cap, and you got a project that provides loans from XPX you can off-ramp them onto a Visa card, that will catch its meta. That will catch its fire, everybody. And you want to load up. You want to load up. There's no way that a project is allowing you to make passive income through staking. That passive income, you're going to say, hey, I don't want to sell my XPX. I don't want to lose my cryptocurrency. What can I do? But I need to fix my flat tire. You take out a loan against it, and then you off-ramp it onto the card. That is crazy undervalued technology, utility that XPX is providing today. These are not promises down the road. You guys can take loans out against your XPX right now and, basically push it to the limit, everybody. Let's go to our X account, see what's fresh off the press, everybody. We got Vote Inu pulling up real hard. What's up, man? Vote Inu pulling up hard, man. Let's go. We got at XPX Token. Definitely give us a follow. And we got bill payments, Visa, MasterCard, token contract. We got everything you guys want. We got, honestly, everything you guys want. You guys have it right now, everybody. Very, very bullish project and a team that pulls up every single day. Honestly, very, very bullish. This is exactly what you guys would want when it comes to a team, when it comes to a project, when it comes to the recipe that a project's bringing together. The fact that we have this all-in-one project is absolutely amazing. And the fact that this team is able to pull off, and I was just in the team chat today, we're in the final phase of the final push, which I think it's at the right time. The market's kind of picking up this final push of the merch store to be released. So these things take time, right? We're, going step through step, and obviously we want to come out swinging with the merch store. So that's what we're going to do. Make sure you guys do not miss out on that, because it's not just going to be for us. It's going to be for everyone. And we're at that final push. I was just in the team chat today. So let's go ahead and push it to the limit, everybody. Let's go. Ooh, man. Seeing BTC pump up like that today is very bullish. Let's go to Deck Screener. We got the FEG merch store as well. You guys can come check that out. Go to FEG-shop. And you guys can check out their apparel. Very, very nice. Dubo. Shout out to Dubo getting this back up. I forgot all about that. That was like a late night. We're in the stream. But yeah, we got the FEG merch store. We got some hats. Definitely go check this out, everybody. I think they got a link on their website as well. Go to feg.io and possibly use their a link to make sure you guys are going through the right terminals in this space, everyone. Let's go over to Deck Screener. Let's go. You know what? We got the Vote Army pulling up. Let's check your guys. Before we go to Vote Inu, let me show you guys something. So this is our BNB pool. I was looking at this today. I'm like, man, this is our feg pool. We're sitting at 831K market cap XPX. My fellow pioneers and trailblazers, like, we could easily pump this side up, pump the other side up, but you know, we have two pools operating, and on this side we're at 831. Everybody, we're at 831. We're looking really good. We just got to get the BNB side to get the rally going and get right back in that right direction. But like I said, it takes the whole community. And when we can get back up here in these ranges and break $1 million market cap again, everything that you're wanting to happen is going to happen. But we're grinding it out together, everybody. That's just part of cryptocurrency. That's part of it. That's part of it. It takes a community. It takes a whole village. It's not just you know me or Ali or just David or just Marlone or just a team. It takes the whole village to make this stuff happen, everybody. So let's go to Vote Inu. You guys are pulling up very strong, and usually that community that pulls up strong, I just want to show them some exposure. The markets are going to be the markets. It doesn't even really matter as long as you guys keep pushing. And I really hold Vote Inu kind of in that same area as like, and, and I'm not comparing you guys exactly to Feg Token, but I'm saying as far as like a project from the last run. They have a really big community. They're really strong. They provide utilities. They're a meme coin that provided utilities. They have a community that's vibrant, like from the last bull run. That they're resilient as far as what they're doing. So it has all these like similar qualities, and I do want to call them qualities. We're just waiting for the next phase. The next phase is us pushing towards some market caps, and when the market picks back up, excuse me, when the market picks back up, that's going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. That's definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. You guys have the community. You guys have a community that's just vaulted nonstop. And you guys have utility. You guys have a community that doesn't stop. You guys got spaces nonstop. You guys got a lot of community members that step up and make spaces. If it's not, Crypto Latina is Gen Token. If it's not Gen Token, it's somebody else. If it's not Ken Bussey, it's, it's somebody's always doing something. If it's not those guys, it's Crypto Shade doing some kind of marketing stuff for you guys. So the fact that you guys have that's super powerful. That's super powerful. So the market cap would eventually reflect. Just keep doing that. I mean, there's a million projects out here that would love to have a community like your guys. And so just keep doing your guys' thing no matter what, man. No matter what. So let's keep it moving and grooving. What are you guys buying? We've been talking about this one. This Buckazoid one's been getting our attention. But let's go to distribute next. I think this is a cool launch pad. I think this is something pretty cool. I think the devs have sent me a DM. We're going to connect. We're going to make some things happen. That is for sure. This one right here. Crazy discount prices. $3.3 million market cap with a token launch pad. What, at $3.3 million market cap? That's bullish, man. That is bullish. That is very bullish. Allowing people to launch tokens and gain Solana. I mean, that's pretty cool because, you could do buybacks with that stuff pretty easily. So the fact that that wall is going to be getting hit with Solana, I mean, that's pretty cool because you could put that right back into the project, right? That's pretty cool. I like that. I really do. Man, look at that. Somebody launched a Genie token. They were watching the stream, bro. Oh my God, look at this. Ah. Oh no, I think I talked about it recently. This might have been created April 10th. Was that 10 days ago? No, I don't think it was 10 days ago, but I was talking about this. If this is a jackpot token, look at this. Wow, seven Solana. Not bad. But I like this platform right here. I like that they're providing some use case. The fact that they're sitting at $3.3 million market cap, this is undervalue, everybody. This is what undervalue looks like. Let me take a peek at BTC really quick on this 15-minute chart. Still underneath the 50 moving average, which is good. First mouse gets the squeeze. Second one gets the cheese, possibly. And then it will go right back up. We'll see what's going on. If it gets back above that 50 on a 15-minute chart, it's probably going to go bullish again, everybody. But just keep an eye on that while we're live. The first Solana launchpad that enables token creation with automated distributions and transparent, auditable logging, everybody. I mean, what's not to like about that? What's not to like about that? I mean, with all, like, we talk about the war on rugs, we talk about all this stuff, and all these projects that player versus player. This is actually giving people an incentive to hold and actually letting the developers build what they have to build out. Like, it's a team effort. Like it's a team effort. Like everybody has to do it together. And the fact that you guys have something that, rewards the holders, and this project's sitting at 3.3 million. We've been covering since 2 point something. This is something you just set it and forget it. You just set it and forget it. You honestly just set it and forget it. When it's actually providing that much, all it takes is a couple projects to just send crazy hard on, distribute, and that's it. All that fire and all that excitement comes back over here. Very, 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 very bullish. Speaking of bullish, today I was testing out some more utility for XPX. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Had lunch testing out more utility, more pay utilities. We're not done, everybody. We got more resources. We got more resources. I was eating lunch today with utility that's yet to be released. XPX utility yet to be released. After the merch store, it will be released. But been doing testing on that today. Lunch was on testing utility. Distribute, man. You guys are doing good. I think let's look at the other project. I think this is a discount price. When you guys break 10 million, it'll ignite some kind of sensation where people will be like, "Oh my God, it's just gonna keep going higher. It's just gonna keep going higher." So, and everything goes back to this project. All it takes is one project to really ignite this thing. Same thing with like Feg Token. You need a project that just brings everybody to say, where did this project launch? Where did it come from? Oh, it came from Distribute. Boom. Right? And that hype comes over here and people start launching on it, creating more volume, creating more traffic, creating more, buybacks on this, right? And the same thing will happen with Feg Token. We just need that project. And XPX is grinding for everybody. We're not just grinding for XPX, we're grinding for even Smart DeFi to show it off, man. Because same thing over here. The first project that GigaSense on your guys' from your launch pad, all that hype's gonna come right back to your stuff. Let's go and look at some of these projects that you guys have initiated. TNT was one of them. They had a pretty good looking chart. What if TNT went to still had a great discount? Great looking chart, man. I mean, this could be a player right here. Have them hit me up as well. Let's get, maybe a session where we have all the distribute tokens hitting me up to get some exposure on their projects, get some Solana plays that are actually not rugging people and have some potential. I know the other one, the ladies one, that chart was a little bit rough because you want to have somewhat of a good looking chart. Sometimes a chart can discourage people. Let's go to ladies next. I think that was the other one, but I think that one, AK market cap, yeah. See, that's gonna happen to some projects that launch on there. Don't feel bad. It's like not every project that launched on Smart DeFi is on the moon right now, right? There's a handful of projects that are holding it down on Smart DeFi, and those are just the facts. You can see it. The ones that are holding, communities. You got Volcano, you got Love Mali, you got, the Smart Pi that just launched. You got the Space Penguins, of course XPX, Feg Token itself. But there's going to be some of these that look like this, right? But what you're looking for, Distribute, is that project that's going to take it to the next level, because everybody's going to be like, where did they launch? Well, how did that happen? And we're all going to say, what happened on Distribute? What else did we have? Prize was the other one. Let's check out Prize. That was another one. I wonder if IPLR was another one. Let's check all of your guys' plays. I don't know where they should be up in here right now. They should have their bell notifications lit. I actually posted some shorts for you guys as well on IPLR. Make sure you guys pull up on these shorts and pull up on these live streams as hard as you guys can, because all it takes is one whale to be watching, and that's it. 2 whales, 3 whales. Bam, bam, bam. This is IPLR, everybody. We're going to have the SSLS going live in 30 minutes, along with a huge partnership from Maimu. Okay. Okay, nice. I heard there was some alpha coming out today with you guys. I was getting messages. People like alpha, this, alpha. I'm like, all right. Drop the alpha, man. Drop the alpha. Is there anything on the X that I didn't see that maybe I just scanned over? It's the Happy Easter post. So we're waiting, right? We're waiting for the alpha. Maybe we're getting the alpha live right now, right? Very nice. Along with huge partnership in 30 minutes. Well, definitely, man. We got to get those announcements out there. We definitely got to get those announcements out there and let everybody know what's going on. IPLR, another great project, looking pretty good. I mean, had its run up to, what is that, $2 million market cap, consolidating right now at 283. Just got to turn it around, man. Alpha is massive. Okay, I like that. Drop the alpha, man. Drop the alpha. I mean, you guys got a great platform to drop it. We're about to break over 200 viewers, man. Could go higher. You're going to want to stick around and check the announcements. Ooh. It's like that. It's like that. All right. What's the other one? We had a prize, right? Let's check on prize. Let's check on all the plays from what you guys got going on. 111, not bad. For Solana doing his thing, 100K market cap. It definitely has the potential to go a lot higher. That's for sure. Some marketing on this. Spicy. Ooh. That good old heartburn, baby. Ooh. That's what we're going to launch. We're going to launch a project called Heartburn. Prize will gain after announcement. Oh, now you're just being a tease. Now you're just being a tease. Let's go. Prize announcement. Distribute, man. And you know what? You guys are doing really good as far as like the collaboration, this whole like community coming together. Everybody's making some noise. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And then you guys got Solana that's in your favor, right? We got to have you guys on live. We might just do one live on here. I mean, literally just do it live and go through the whole process. I mean, how cool would that be to do basically a tutorial token with the people who started Distribute, and we can do it live right here with your community, and we can watch the success, go through all the motions. We can cover all that, man. All in on Distribute and Buckazoid, 2 winners. Ooh, you know what? I love the Lord, and Distribute is really showing off their launch pad, which I really like. I like the way they're pulling up, and I like their mantra. I like what they got going on, and they've already got successful projects doing relatively well. And like I said, you're gonna want that one project that goes like that, right? Just takes it to the next level, just sends it a lot higher. So Prize is looking good, Distribute's looking good, and they got some alpha later on. Everybody, let's go to Prizes X. Let's see if we can sniff out any alpha on here, considering it's what do we got? 8 hours ago. Added to the liquidity pool, right? They got that. The point of emphasis will be growing the fundamentals and stability of the project over the next few weeks. Start investing and become the casino yourself. Start earning major SOL rewards hourly. The more prize. Passive income, man. That's what we're talking about, everybody. Give me that passive income. Give me that passive income, man. Passive income is passive income is going to be a whole meta, everybody. And we're building the meta right now, all of us. And sometimes, it might feel like it's taking longer than it deserves to take. But at the end of the day, we're doing it, right? You got Buckazoid right here. 59, everybody. Buckazoid. I'm liking this one, man. I like it. My heart was broken a little bit yesterday because I love the lore so much, but that dude is too much. Once I swore on something, and that's it, and I say that's it, man. I'm not gonna keep going back. Staking and passive income are where it's at. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We'll keep making it happen. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it doesn't get the recognition that it deserves, but it will. It definitely will. It definitely will. Everybody, we're building it. Nobody likes the building when they're driving by it and there's staffels all next to it and there's construction on the street and there's all kinds of, dumpsters and all kinds of stuff. But then the building's done. They're like, oh my God, look how nice that looks. It really makes this area look really nice. It's like, we got to do that too. We got to go through that too, everybody. Got to go through that too. All right, everybody. Let's see. What else are we buying? What else are we buying? We're live for about an hour. Crazy BTC breakout that I'm so happy about, man. I mean, this first breakout right here is some of the most. I mean, you could just. He's out. No worries. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I love the Lord. That's why you guys. I want you guys to keep pulling up. We're gonna give you guys the exposure. Davatola's checking you guys out, man. Getting big influencers like that to check you guys out. That's what it's all about because there's something there. That lore is going to exist whether, if I like somebody or I don't like something. That lore is crazy. I was on Reddit. This is how much I like the lore. Just so you guys know, right? I was on Reddit reading the lore today. So I was like, okay. I was over there reading subreddits, you know, uh, while listening to Mikey and stuff like that and the gorillas, and everything we're setting up. And I'm over here on subreddit reading Buckazoid lore because I think that was cool, man. I think it's honestly really cool. I think it's pretty cool that BTC. How old was Satoshi Nakamoto? He had to have played that game. Either he had something to do with the game, or he loved the game and saw that B there and was using those buckazoids, or because it's a buck, right? A buckazoid. It's like a buck, a dollar. It's so awesome. It's so, and you guys have to understand. Like, I love Bitcoin to the core. Everybody, it's like I got a Bible right next to me. I got the Holy Bible right next to me, the Old Testament, and I got this right here next to me, and I got this right here. This is my say. What's up, Jin Token? I was just talking about you, Jin Token. Good things, nothing but good things. I promise, nothing but great things to say about Jin Token. I mean, there's only one Jin Token in the space, and you're an absolutely beautiful soul to have in the space. Such a great person, and such a valuable person to not only the Vote Inu project, but the whole space. Jin Token, you're absolutely amazing. The vibe that you bring, it's just it's just warmer. It just feels cozier, right? It's like we need Jin Tokens into space. We need the crypto Latinas to keep people, keeping their mind straight. We need everybody's, perspective of this space because it's a collective, right? We're a collective. We're definitely a collective. But yeah, I got right here on my desk, I got 3 books. I got the Holy Bible. I got a couple books I ordered off of Amazon and stuff. And we got the white paper of Satoshi Nakamoto, everybody. That's about it. That is sum everything up. I got some books behind me over there on the shelf as well, but this is what I'm currently working on right now. This is something I keep close to me to not forget, and also what I got to the right of me to also never forget, right? So let's keep it moving and grooving, everybody. I want to see some more people. We got 250 people pulling up. Man, the shorts have been going crazy. We've been getting crazy amount of views on them. You guys are just so amazing, man. Without you guys, honestly, the channel would not be what it is. And that's why I try to do my best and provide as much value as I can, so you guys can keep sharing this stuff. And it's not just about one project; it's about the whole space. It's about everybody, and that's what I try to do, right? And it's crazy. Sometimes I'm even hated for that, and people find a way to not like me or whatever. But that's okay, right? That's okay. That's all right. Thanks, Rico. Much love and respect in return. I appreciate it, Gentile. Love Jen Space. Absolutely. Same here. Same here. Right here, we got 116K market cap on prize. If you guys are buying anything else, let me know. Let me know. We got the Volted Army pulling up strong today, man. Shout out to you guys. Honestly, I wouldn't. Most people would trade part of their market cap to have the community that you guys have. So now that we have BTC curling up and things are looking really good, the rest will follow. Like everything else, all that hard work has to be, recognized. And we'll do that together. We'll do that together. Let's go to Arena Token. Let's see where that's at. Extremely undervalued gem right here. Um, don't always just keep chasing green candles and stuff. Find yourself a great project like Vote Inu. Find yourself a great project like Feg Token, like XPX, like Arena, something that you can hold long term, and then maybe on every paycheck or something, have that as your casino money or something like that. But have your conviction plays and look for some things that are going to pay you really big long term and that are providing a lot of use case. Like if Distribute continues doing what they're doing and they keep providing use case and more projects keep launching and the things goes a lot higher, essentially what could happen is, that the overall market cap of Distribute just going crazy high because it's going to bring all that awareness. Right now, what Arena has is the actual Arena platform. It's a utility, and you have Vote Inu that has, the Volti Dex. They got their burn going on every transaction. They have their NFTs. I mean, and you have projects that provide utility. When you see something providing some form of utility, like the Arena is right now with these live streams, with these broadcasts, we cannot sleep on this because people are being tipped in Arena. BRB, he says. It's going to be right back. People are being tipped in Arena. And to me, that's extremely bullish because that means that people will keep purchasing Arena to tip people, right? And that's something that's going to happen. That is something that's going to happen regardless. This will keep picking up more and more traction and getting more and more exposure. More and more streamers will start to come to this. And I think what's really amazing about this is the opportunity to get exposure to people that we normally probably... I haven't seen this many gamers on X, everybody. Like the amount of gamers that are coming over here to Arena and live streaming and, to earn, it's crazy. And when you think about like Vote Inu and you think about the NFTs and that you guys have a game on Steam, like somebody should be on Steam right now playing that Vote game nonstop on Arena. Why? Because it's going to make these other gamers go check it out. I've always said since a long time ago that the ace up Vote Inu's sleeve is getting every single gamer to love the NFTs for skins and to then load up on Vote Inu, because the gaming industry is a billions and billions and billions of dollars. We see people, I'm not even a gamer. Sometimes I watch somebody rage quit, I think those are hilarious, right? Those, who's ever, I'm sure Saphir has seen some of these, but, the rage quit on, Only Up, that game that I don't even play the game, but it has popped up like one of those, bro's just smoking on here. What the? He got a long spliff on there. What? Hell, he's just chilling playing the game. Okay. But this is where things can happen. Imagine the exposure that can bring to Vote Inu over here with all these gamers that are coming to Arena. Gaming is going to be a part of crypto 100%. Gaming is going to be one of the factors that some cryptocurrencies are sitting at billions of dollar market cap. Dude, Only Up is crazy, bro. I knew you had to know that one. I know you. I already know. We like too many of the same things. Except you like feet more than I do. You and TK have an obsession with feet, and I can vouch for me and Mr. Mo not being that footy. I don't even know if that's a term or whatever, but we'll throw it in there. We'll throw it in there. But that Only Up is it's amazing. What are we looking at here? We got to be careful. Okay, we got an artist right here. Again, art. This is crazy when you think that this person's not going to be able to monetize this and like, eventually not only just monetize his streams, but sell his art. Maybe NFTs. What? Could he turn these art? Does he even know that he should turn these art pieces into NFTs afterwards? So there's a crazy amount of utility. And, I'm even throwing ideas out there because these are ideas that projects can launch around of and anybody can snatch them up. People love taking ideas anyways. And you know what? I use Nikola Tesla's idea or his quote, I don't feel bad that, they took my idea. I just feel bad that they don't have none of their own. It's like, there's definitely a lot of ideas right here as far as leveraging this platform. Thoughts on XRP? Okay, BC, you want to pull up? You want to ask that? We got you, brother. We got some technical analysis for XRP. Can we get the XRP fam to pull up? Can we start having the XRP family pull up to the streams? We'll talk about it right now, brother. 100%. I'm going to give you my thoughts on XRP. Right here, we have the Arena token. I want you guys to check this thing out. Come over here. There's going to be a time where I know it broke all of this. And there's going to be a time where we're looking at Avalanche, and I'm going to be like, remember I was telling you guys at $20? Remember I told you guys when it broke the 50 moving average that it was going to get bullish again, that we just been in this downtrend? I don't mind saying I told you so. I know most people be like, man, that's arrogant. It's like, no, you doubted me. That was arrogant. You doubted what I was saying. That was wild. No, it broke to 50. We're being bullish. And we're going to see that this avalanche is not going to stay at these prices. There's no way. Why? Because this avalanche is associated with this streaming platform that's going to take off. It's going to take off. And you need Avalanche to purchase Arena. That's just, I mean, now if you're not trying to look for that TikTok brain sensation of, hitting on a meme coin right away, you honestly want to look at projects that are undervalued and are providing serious utility, the Arena and Avalanche is all around gaming. Go figure that this streaming platform is attracting a lot of what? Gamers. Gamers, everybody. So I think that Avalanche is about to have its moment, like XRP had its moment, which we're going to talk about right now, which Cardano had its moment, its breakout, which we're going to talk about right now, right? XPX owns some XRP too because when XRP was pumping, everybody was off ramping their XRP through xpxpay.com. So if you're a holder of XRP and you want to take some profits, go to xpxpay.com and off ramp your XRP. Now let's go to XRP. Let's see what we got going on. I mean, long-term bullish on XRP, everybody. They've kind of proven what they can do already. They have some serious connections when it comes to the banking world, right? I mean, the same lady who signs the $100 bills, it's the same person who's rocking with XRP. Let's go right here to Coinbase right here. What's going on here? Why does it look like this? It's not supposed to look like that. Let's go to crypto. Let's go to XRP. Oops. Volted Rico. Let's go. Let's go. That was nano XRP. We don't know what that is. We want that regular XRP. This XRP. Let's start off zoomed out, fam. Let's get the XRP community here. You want to know when XRP is going to go back up? You want to know. You want to say, when do I place the long? When is Daddy Long Legs coming out? You can call me Daddy Long Legs when this part happens. It's right here, this daily chart, fam. Ever since we first broke the daily, when did we break, or the 50 moving average on the daily chart? February 3rd. We come over to BTC, we come over to the daily chart with the first break, February 3rd. What? Now, what's nice is that BTC is breaking over the 50 moving average in the first time since February 3rd. What's cool is XRP has yet to do it. Is XRP going to do it? Absolutely, because it follows it. It just trails behind it quite a bit. There's no way that it does not follow it. When we got February 3rd, we have the break of the downtrend, the break of the 50 moving average on the daily chart, and we see BTC start to trade right here. We have the first crossover, and it starts to trade underneath the 50 moving average this whole time since February 3rd. Now we're finally getting above it. We come over here to XRP. Boom. The first time it got bearish right here, broke the 50 moving average February 4th, a day after. So it naturally tends to trend behind it. Had a really nice rip, and then it tried to break above the 50 moving average, all these false breakouts above the 50 moving average. What's nice is that if BTC continues on this path, got the 50 moving average going like this. We have the point of control right here. That is 237. So in the short term, XRP can get above this 50 moving average and trade up to this point of control, where it's exactly at $2.35, which just can change a little bit on the shorter time frames, but on the daily chart, it's pretty concrete right there. So you got a trade coming up on XRP. Now, I would possibly wait for it to have a clear break above the 50 moving average. But if BTC continues to trade like this, and we know that XRP follows eventually, we know that what's most likely going to happen is this 50 moving average is going to keep trailing like this, right? Go like that and come up, and it'll have all these fake outs. This is the lower value range down here. Look at this, right? The blue line here, 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 here. So it can trade like this. It can even fake people out, touch this bottom layer down here to 194. But eventually, because of this point of control, this magnetism that brings it up here, it's going to come up to $2.50 or so. What it does after that, we'll see. Does Bitcoin go back over 100K? Well, that would definitely ignite the market and get XRP to continue and come to the upper value range, which is what price? $2.87. That's on the table. The market has turned around. Now, how long is it going to stay like that? We'll see. I mean, for right now, the way that BTC is reacting, the way that BTC is moving, the market has, we can see the light a little bit. I can see the light a little bit. I'm not sure if you guys can see the light, but I can see the light. I am pretty sure, after since February 3rd, you look at XRP, you look at BTC, you look at whatever, you look at Solana, since February 3rd, we've been pulling back underneath that 50 moving average. And for the first time in all that time, which feels like forever in crypto, right? A couple months feels like a couple years in crypto. We're breaking above the 50 moving average on the daily on BTC. Let's go. I mean, let's take it all the way. Let's rally back up. And we'll have, this moment where we're going to be like, hey, everybody, you remember when we first crossed over the 50 down here? And I told everybody that that's what we were waiting for. And my streams were getting redundant because we had to cover a downtrend since February 3rd. But I was saying that we're waiting for this and we're making sure that we're staying sharp. We're also going to say, hey, when we get up here and BTC is up here by the point of control, we're going to be like, hey, you remember that crossover right here? Because when is this happening over here? This is June. This is end of May. This is June. Right? Do you think any XRP news will change the price momentarily, right? And like in that moment, it doesn't always last though, right? If we notice, it doesn't always last. Like the news thing, it'll have like that day reaction, a day after reaction, but it's not something that just stays like even the tariff stuff and all that stuff. It's not like it lasts. We got tariffs. The BTC's turning around. All this stuff is going to turn around no matter what. So in that moment, people always have knee-jerk reactions. I've noticed that. I mean, I've noticed it that BTC and the news will do some stuff and people will paper hand great projects on DeFi when we're not even associated with anything going on with the tariffs. It's like, we don't got no XPX tariffs. What are you doing selling your XPX? What are you doing selling your effect token? We're DeFi, baby. So I think in the short term, BC will definitely have moments where, it reacts, but I'm long-term bullish on XRP. It's already proven itself, broski. It's always going to be short-term news to get people to paper hand so they can keep rallying that thing up. I could see XRP possibly going to $7 on a very bullish trend. BTC's up here and the yellow and the orange. We got BTC over 150. Like what? Let me ask you this, BC. If BTC went to 177,000, let's move it even a little bit lower for everybody. Right on this middle line, this gray line. If it went to 169,000, would that not bring the price of XRP a little bit higher? Would that not get retail to also FOMO in? Would that not get people that were sitting on the sidelines looking to get back into the market? Would that not get them to jump in? Would that not get new people that were probably saying, I don't know, man, maybe I'm not ready to make the jump? I think that would get people to come into the market and probably snatch up XRP at any price it is because they're new and they're coming into the market and they see some prices that they can't resist. They see some BTC prices that they can't resist. They're like, okay, this seems, and this is going to keep happening every cycle, nonstop. Just like it did at 1K, it did at 10K, it did at 100K, like it's doing right now. We'll be talking about the same thing up here at $1 million. And XRP probably at this time, this is already, what year is this? 2030. XRP probably touching, $10 or something like that. Because we got to understand the real estate market is going to come into crypto, the gold market is going to come into crypto. There's a lot of money that has not entered the market. Everybody, we're still not doing our thing. Like we're going to take over the whole thing. Digital currency is going to take over the world liquidity little by little, and it's going to come into this space. It's going to come into this new world right here, little by little. Are there going to be some teething pains and some growing pains? 100%, 100%. There's going to be some learning curves and we're going to learn together. That's for sure. We'll piece it together all the way. But this is a market that we're very early in and a huge opportunity. What's up, Dos Equis? Came right at the end of the stream, man. Came right at the end of the stream. But we pulled up to the hour mark on the stream. I think this is a very bullish time for us to be excited seeing BTC rally. Don't get discouraged if you see BTC, because of the 50 going like this and it goes up and comes back down. It has to do that to prove that it's staying above it, right? And then it'll rally back up. So it's looking really good. We haven't seen this light in the tunnel for quite a bit, everybody. So let's be excited. DCA into your favorite projects. Go do your spaces. Collaborate when you can collaborate. Do what you can for the space, for people in the space, because all of that's going to be coming to fruition right here. All the rewards of all that hard work and initiative that you took, it's all going to come to right here together when we start filling some gaps right here. BTC gets back over 96K, possibly over. It's all good, bro. It's all good. It's all good. Always appreciate when you pull up, brother. And possibly getting over 96K and going to 100K, man. So we have some amazing potential, some things to be excited for. I think you guys will all give yourself a pat on the back, and I'll personally, we're going to put a medal on everybody's wallet that we pass this test right here, this dip test. Maybe that could even be a NFT thing that could be launched. It's like, you made it through this dip, right? Because this was a dip that most people could not make it out of. This was a dip that everybody could not make it out of, right? And most people paper handed great projects and stuff like that. But when we close this chapter, I want to give you guys a big shout out, pat on the back, and we'll put another medal on your chest to, hey, we made it through that correction, which was only the first dip after BTC hit 107,000, 109,000. It was the first dip, and I think a lot of people overreacted, and then you add tariffs on top of it, so it made it react even harder. But on the weekly chart, everybody, the first dip. That's what we went through. And now we got 2 weeks of green candles. Maybe it continues. Maybe it doesn't. I'm more optimistic than pessimistic on this right now with that 50 moving average on the daily looking the way it looks. And I think that we got a nice little rally potential to go test those all-time highs of BTC. What we do after that is entirely up to us, everybody. I think the underlying value of what's really going on right here is that the belief is changing from one world to the new world, and that is digital assets, everybody. So if we want to together push this thing and keep going higher, we'll go higher, everybody. It's really up to us. And, you can see that nothing really has changed. Blockchain is still doing blockchain. Bitcoin is still doing Bitcoin. In the past, we've had Democrat presidents, Republican presidents. This chart has just been going up no matter what. This thing has been going up no matter what. You got different senators, different governors, different catastrophes, different pandemics, academics, blah, 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 blah. It's just going up, everybody. So don't miss out, man. Honestly, find some good vibes, some people that really rock with you. It's okay to have discussions and not always agree, but keep it smooth. Keep it very smooth, and just know that no matter what, if we work together, we can really see some positive things come out of this space for all of us, no matter what side of the fence you guys want to be on. And I think that's one of the main messages is no matter what side of the fence that you're on, together we can really highlight the potential that we have in this market, no matter if you're red, if you're blue, if you're green, you're purple, whatever. I don't care. I just want us to live a more peaceful life. And although people say money doesn't bring you happiness, if you're not stressing out about bills, if you're not stressing about car payments, if you're not stressing out about having to put gas in your car, it might not bring you happiness, but it could sure release some pressure. We have to put that on the table somewhere, and sometimes I think there's some cliche phrases that doesn't make any sense. And I think somebody really rich came up with that phrase. I never said this on stream, but I think somebody extremely, maybe a Rockefeller came up with that, or a Rothschild came up with that, that money doesn't bring you happiness, because technically it doesn't, but it does alleviate. Well, if you went and bought a jet ski with some money right now and hit the ocean and started chopping, waves, I think you would be pretty happy right now. Long-term happiness and fulfillment, it's a different thing, right? But taking some pressure off of yourself, and that's what I want for us, no matter how you feel and no matter what you're doing in the market and what side of the fence you want to be on, red, blue, whatever. I think as people, as humans, we have an opportunity to make our lives a little bit better. And I want to do that while having a little bit of fun, right? Just a little bit of fun. And maybe you're on the jet ski. Maybe you're chopping waves up. Maybe you don't care what the bill is going to be when you take everybody out to eat and stuff. And you're not saying, oh, he's got an extra entree. What? What is that? You got a Saphir, you got another appetizer? I mean, I said I was going to pay, but and that little bit of stress, maybe it's not bringing you happiness, but it is, reducing some level of mental space, right? Because instead of that thought, there could be a thought about how you can help the next person. There could be a thought of appreciation. There could be a thought of gratitude. And that's what I'm saying, that sometimes it takes valuable space up in your brain to be very negative and stuff like that in your life. So no matter what side of the fence you guys are, much love and respect. I really want you guys to win whatever project you're in. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. It's a channel that supports this whole movement, the people, the projects that are involved in it, everything like that. So thank you guys very much for another great stream. 350 people. That's a huge number to me. It's absolutely amazing. I remember when it was barely anybody. There's times we hit 1,000 viewer streams, 1,500, and I think those are going to be right back around the corner when we see the market pick up. Everybody. Sometimes the markets are down. Nobody wants to even Google, how to buy crypto, right? But remember when that Trump and everything was pumping, how many DMs did you get, and how many messages did you get of people saying, "Hey, you still do crypto? How do I download a Phantom wallet to get Trump? How do I do that?" And that's going to come back, everybody. So much love and respect. Let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's keep supporting the Gin tokens, the spaces, everybody in the space doing a great thing. And takes 13 muscles to smile, over 200 to frown. That's what I'm talking about, broski. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. So let's use those 13 muscles today. Let's have a great day, man. Fantastic start to Monday. The stock market and the regular, the overall market opened up red, and you have BTC break the 50 moving average. Put a little smile on your face, because you can start rubbing your hands together and be like, this is kind of that turn right here for our Vote Inu, baby. Let's start to DCA right now on Vote. Let's start to pick up the pace, because you're going to want to do it now before BTC gets by that 90K and everybody's doing it. You want to be ahead of it, right? That fear is still in the market right now. Take advantage of it, everybody. Again, much love and respect to all of you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Much love and respect, man. Absolutely amazing.